You're welcome there. Here is why past question. We have question 6, WASSCE June 2023. And the question says solve log to base 3 of x plus log to base 3 of x minus 8 equal to 2. Now, the first thing that need to come to your mind that you know the property that you need to apply before you can have the solution to this logarithm question, right? Now, we see here that they are all in base 3. That is one thing that need to come to your mind for you to know the law or the rules that you need to apply, right? So let's proceed. I have solution. Question. This is the question log to base 3 of x plus log to base 3 of x minus 8 equal to 2. Alright. Now, this need to come to your mind that if you have log to base a of x plus log to base a of y that equal to log to base a of x multiplied by y. This is the law that you need to apply here first, right? Since the two log are in the same basis, right? So you apply this property here. So if you apply this property here to this question, you will see that the question should now become log to base 3 of x multiplied by x minus 8, right? And it will be equal to 2. So we are still dealing with the left hand side of the equation first, right? Now, we remember this need to come to your mind as well, that if you have log to base a of a, it will be equal to 1. That needs to come to your mind that now we apply that in the right hand side of the equation, right? Now we take this right hand side of the equation to the same base, which is base 3, right? So that will be equal to this. We know by this law here, by this property here, so we relate it to this property, to this question here, that if you have log to base 3 of 3, definitely it will be equal to 1. Since log to base a of a equal to 1. Therefore, log of base 3 of 3, it will be equal to 1. So 1 multiplied by 2 is still the same thing, right? So this comes this way. Now, remember this property as well, that if we have x log base a of y, it will be equal to log base a of y to power of x, right? So this will become this. So now let's apply this to this right hand side of our question as well. Now we see the left hand side. When we multiplied x times x, we have x squared, and x times 8 be minus 8x, right? Now the right hand side, log base 3 of 3 to power of 2, when we apply this property, right? Now you equally remember if we have a to power of 3, then a should multiply it himself 3 times, right? That's why I have a times a times a, right? Now let's apply it to this 3 power of 2, right? Now, one thing need to come to your mind is that bases are equal, then the log, it will be equal as well. So then that's why we drop the base 3. Now the x power of 2 minus 8x, now it will be equal to 3 to power of 2. Now x to power of 2 minus 8x equal to 3 to the power of 2. Now, we apply this property here to this right hand side. Then the equation now become x squared minus 8x equal to 9, right? Because 3 times 3 to be equal to 9, right? Now let's take 9 to the left hand side of the equation. It should become a negative because it's a positive here. Bring it to the left of the equation to be equal to be a negative, right? And it will be equal to 0. Now let's solve this quadratic equation. We use what is called factorization. By using factorization method, we see the first thing we need to do, we multiply x squared and minus 9. That we call it the product. We see that the product will be x squared times minus 9, which is give you minus 9x squared. Now, the second thing that needs to come to your mind is that we see that we have minus 8 as a middle number here, right? In here, we see minus 8x here. We look for two numbers that when we multiply, it will give you this minus 9x squared. And when we add together, when we add the two numbers, it will give you minus 8x, right? 1x and 9x, right? Minus 9x. That we can multiply, that will give you minus 9x squared, right? Now we see that if we add the two numbers, we sum the number, we see that x plus minus 9x, it will give you minus 8x. And you need to take now, remove this minus 8x and replace it with these two numbers. I do that. Now it become x squared plus x minus 9x minus 9 equals 0, right? Now we see the next thing we can do, we see this x squared plus x, we can factorize that. If we factorize that, then we are going to have x, right, into bracket x plus 1, right? Now we see the second one as well, which is minus 9x minus 9. Now let's factorize that. Then we have minus 9 into bracket x plus 1, right? If you notice at this now, you see that the one thing that commons, right? We see that the x plus 1 is common. Let's factor that out, right? We factor what commons among these out now, which is x plus 1, right? Then what is outside, x and minus 9, we bring that together, right? We bring them together, right? Now it become this, so everything will be equal to 0, right? Now if we receive this a b equal to 0, then a must be equal to 0 or b must be equal to 0, right? Let's apply that here, right? Then we have x plus 1 be equal to 0 or x plus minus 9 equal 0. Then let's take this out of the equation, take this positive to the other side of the equality, then it will become a negative, right? Or x will be equal to, take this minus 9 into the other side of the equality, then it will be equal to 9, right? We look at the options that we have. We see that among the options from A to D, the right options for us here is option D, and that is the answer. Thank you for watching.